Hi guys, welcome back to PBTV and one of our product rundowns. Today I have brought out probably the biggest rifle that we've had on the table for a very long time. This is the East Crane 204. There's loads of different East Crane models out there at the moment, been very, very popular, and we thought we'd grab this one. Again, it's a little bit different. It's something interesting to look at, something very out there with its rail, the way the stock works, various different things, and DMRs being as popular as they are. When we did our video a couple of weeks ago, we thought we'd drop this out and just explain a few features of it because of the size of it. It is perceived as a DMR. It can be a DMR very, very easily, but out the box, it's currently not in some aspects. So as always, I'll start at the tip and work my way down to the butt, and we will talk about all the different features, what pros and cons it has, what's inside it, how this thing gets put together when you get it out the box, how it's going to run, and how it can be utilized to its best output on a field. So as you can see, with it being the style of weapon that it is, we thought we'd trick it up a little bit. We have put the Ares optic on top of it, and we have put a dead air on the front of it. Underneath this, there is a 40mm counterclockwise thread, and as standard out the box, you get the sort of long bird cage. It's it's almost like 2 inches long. It's a very classic look with this. Some people like it. Some people want to go for that sort of suppressor look. This is one of the tracer ones. Again, you build this how you want, but I think that dead air suits this sort of sleek front end extremely well. Behind that, we do have the 204 rail system. So as you can see at the front here, there is absolutely no riz and none at the bottom either. On sort of some platforms, this is because the front end is basically you don't want to be adding too much weight at the front. So if you're going to balance this thing, the rail is where the accessories are sort of at their maximum length. If you had a bipod or a weird system at the front here, it could add a lot of weight. And again, they're expecting people not to fit stuff there, so it doesn't really have it. That being said, there is a couple of M-lock pieces just on the bottom here, just giving you that option if you do want it. On the top, we've got 20mm riz on the right, left, and bottom, and a single piece of riz just here if you're wanting to add a different front iron sight to the already integrated pop-up ones. They just flip up and flip back down. There's no button, there's no nothing. You can just do it on the fly. They are quite tall iron sights. As you can see, once these are up, they are that classic sort of inch-high irons. So in airsoft, that sort of the distance between your iron sight and the barrel can be quite great. So zeroing them, I mean, who zeros iron sights in airsoft? Not many people. We do have one at the back as well, obviously hidden by the short door, but this is QD. You simply push a little switch, slides off at the back, and can be easily reattached. Again, giving you a lot of freedom of movement to move that around the rail as you see fit. But loads of real estate for aim devices. If you're wanting to put a bipod on this, I'd probably advise it, being it's nearly 4 kilos without the bits that we've added. So a bit on the heavier side, but it being that sort of DMR and maybe hopefully a little bit of a sneaky beaky platform, it is something that you want to be in a static position with. But D-barrels, pec boxes, grips, anything that you want, you have an absolute astronomical amount of real estate to do it. On the receiver itself, obviously this is all a full metal build, so we've got a metal rail, metal receiver. We have thrown the Ares short dot on this just for looks. We were looking at like some other options, but we think this was sort of the best suited one, that sort of mid-range 1-6 type. I don't think we'd be wanting to go to a full sniper scope unless you get the matching scope mount that comes with this, not comes with this, but is designed for this. There is an EC204 scope mount that is specific for full 2-40 kind of style optics, and it even has the T1 mount on the top of that if you're wanting to get that full true build. So coming to the receiver, standard 7.62 style, we have the larger mags. Dropping them out, you will find they are 110 rounds. We did a little bit of shooting with this earlier. Unfortunately, we can't actually shoot this on our outdoor range because there is construction happening, but we threw some 0.3s down. It was perfectly suitable for that. We're having some really good results. I'd probably out the box stick to sort of 2.5s, 2.8s, and then in the future, because this does have a standard, so pulling the bolt back reveals the rotary style hop, and again you can adjust this quite easily with that. But if you wanted to swap the hop out, hop rubber, you could probably quite easily get even better results than the 0.3s that we were getting. But again, the mag was quite easily feeding the 0.3s every single BB very, very consistently. Didn't have any dramas with it whatsoever. Coming to the Selector, obviously it's currently on safe, and we have safe, semi and full auto positions. Currently out the box, the full auto position will do nothing. This is where we have that sort of dichotomy of, is this a DMR, is it not? Out the box, this is locked to semi-auto electronically. It does have Kestrel inside it, so you can adjust that, but the type of platform it is, I think they're aiming for a DMR. The problem with that is, as these are brought in to the UK, they are automatically downgraded to, this one was doing 300 FPS, so with the Kestrel, you could turn full auto back on, run it however you see fit, and be fine with it. If you're wanting to run this as a DMR, it will need a spring change. By all means, it can run that, it's totally fine. Again, if you're wanting to then look at your hop, your barrel, all that kind of stuff, this thing could be an absolute savage down the line. In its current format, it is going to be that assault profile, so you're under that 350, so you can run around full auto if you want to turn that system back on. It does have the position on the Selector. It's not mechanically locked, so you're not having to remove anything. It is just through the Kestrel ETU that is in there. That being said as well, you have all the options that is included with that Kestrel ETU. You've got binary, you've got pre-cocking, you've got all them features at a literally trigger pull, so you can adjust them as you see fit. Internally, as I've mentioned, the hop, we do have a 6.03mm type bore, so we've got a great barrel in there, and it is 410mm in length. So you're going to get loads of acceleration. It's not going to take much of a spring to get you up to that 400 FPS, so there shouldn't be much strain on the gearbox because you're getting all that acceleration through the barrel. Right at the back, we have a very interesting stock system. So as you can see, the cheek riser here is not, you've got some screws on this side that allow you to raise it up and down. It actually stays in the same position wherever the stock is. This is because your cheek weld should be in the same position with your optic, and then the stock is purely adjustment for your arm's length. Quite easily removing the stock, pressing the button, pulling the stock pin down, removing it will find a Dean's connector. Just underneath that Dean's connector, you will see a QR code that can be scanned by your phone and gives you all the instructions to adjust your Kestrel MOSFET very, very easily. You can set this up how you want and sort of make this a personal build to yourself, giving you loads and loads of freedom to get this just absolute savage platform out there. And it's not just available in black. We do have a tan version. There is also, I think it's the EC202, which is the slightly shorter full M-lock railed version. Again, still got the 7.62 style magazine. So if you're looking for something that's not quite as big as this, you want it slightly shorter, maybe want to lean into that AR style system rather than going DMR, that gives you the options that you could just have a little tweak of your loadout and then swap your Selector over and have full auto, semi-auto, DMR. All them options are there. We are recommending 7.4s for this. Again, this is nothing to do with the platform or anything like that. It's purely our power limits. If you were to go up to that 400 FPS, you then may be able to go up to an 11.1 because the system can handle it and you're not going to get pre-engagement. But if this is under 350, these are around 300 out the box, stick to that 7.4, otherwise you are going to cause damage to your gearbox. But yeah, so this has been the East Crane 204. There's loads more East Cranes out there, so if this isn't your cup of tea, please do have a look at them. There's 5.56 models, slightly shorter 7.62 models, loads of options, and they are really, really impressive. With the Kestrel MOSFET in there, giving you loads of freedom to build these and tune these exactly how you want out the box, so you can play how you want. But let us know down below if this is something you're interested in. It's definitely an absolute beast of a platform on the table, and we can't wait to see people use these on the field and love them as much as I did shooting some rounds down range when we had a chance. We will bring this back out when the range is ready to do a proper shooting video with it, but until then, just keep an eye out on our socials, and if you've got any questions, please drop us one, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. But if that is everything, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.